Guys, we're gonna do a nice appetizer and drink pairing for New Year's celebrations out there coming up. Alright guys, you might have noticed I am not the cooking cop, nor am I babe. Although I think I'm pretty damn attractive. You can call me babe if you want. As you may have noticed, a bunch of other YouTube cooking channels have jumped in and filmed videos for Josh and Bethany. Josh is getting better. He's getting on the mend. Still got some work to do, but he's told me he wants to get back in front of that camera, or at least get Bethany back in front of that camera. So this is the last video from the YouTube partners to help out Josh and Bethany for now. All right, so hopefully he can get back to full-time creating with you guys, but in the meantime, this is it. So as we're coming up on the end of the year, the end of 2020, you know, that dumpster fire called 2020, we are definitely going to celebrate getting into 2021. And with that, I wanted to present a little appetizer and a little drink mix for your celebrations. Whether you're celebrating alone with your loved one, maybe you got a couple people in there, a little social distancing. This is a nice little appetizer to have. We're gonna do some pepper jack stuffed meatballs with barbecue sauce in the Ninja Foodi. And then to wash that down, we're gonna just do a simple Moscow Mule. You know you're gonna love it, all right? So that's it. I'm gonna get you to the Ninja Foodi station, otherwise known as my kitchen island, and we're gonna get started on these meatballs. While those are cooking, we'll fix up that drink, be good to go, all right? And as always, ingredients will be down below in the description. Let's get to it. All right, y'all, we're on the Ninja Foodi station over here. Well, first thing we're gonna do is cut up an onion and start sauteing the onions in some olive oil. So we're gonna use sear saute. High is where we wanna be. Let's start heating up. Next thing we're gonna do, cut this onion up. We could do a rough chop. It's not a big deal. All right, we're just gonna do some real thin slices. This is just a flavor component. Doesn't necessarily have to be perfect. Okay, we're gonna add about a tablespoon of olive oil in here. Just get it flowing, get it going. Let's get the onions in there, get them sweating. And just get them mixing. While the onions are searing up, let's get our meatballs put together. We got 2 pounds of just some 80-20. All right, we're gonna add about ½ cup of just regular old breadcrumbs. All right. I'm gonna add 2 eggs. Then we're gonna add a couple good tablespoons of little Uncle Steve Shake competition cow powder. This is obviously made for beef. All right, and it'll go good with the barbecue sauce we're using on these. Got gloves on. Makes it a lot easier to do some mixing in here. You just wanna mix it all together, all this stuff incorporated. Squish it in your fingers, scrape the sides. It ain't fun if you can't play with your food, right? Let that sit, incorporate. Cut up little cheese cubes, and then we'll start building our meatballs. All right, so we got some pepper jack cheese. We're gonna cube it up, and then we're gonna wrap the meatballs over the cheese. And then we'll start searing the meatballs. All right, ready to build these meatballs. We don't wanna make them too big, but we gotta make them, you know, big enough to handle the piece of cheese in there. So we got probably a little 2 ounce of patty here. Grab your little cheese, and then just fill it up, close it up around it, fill it up real nice. Try to make sure there's no holes or leaks for the cheese. Inevitably, some cheese is gonna slide out of this thing. It just is what it is. But you do your best to make sure that it don't happen, all right? Okay. All right, I'm gonna get as much as I can done. Come on back. All right, our onions are sweated down. Damn near caramelized. Those look damn good. All right, next thing we're gonna do is start searing off these meatballs. We may have to do it in a couple batches. Have almost 2 dozen. We'll see if we can get them all fit in there. All right, we didn't want to overcrowd them. We still have, you know, ½ dozen over here. So we're gonna get these ones in here sauteed up, get a nice brown on them, pull them out, put those in, do the same thing. Then we'll put them all in there when we get ready to add the barbecue sauce and then do the pressure cook. Okay, we got these all turned around, turned over. We're gonna get as much color on them as possible, but we're not worried about cooking them all the way through. We're just getting a nice sear on there. We'll take them out, get the other 6 or so done, and then we'll get everything back in here, pressure cook it with the barbecue sauce for about 2 to 3 minutes. And then we'll be eating some very awesome appetizers. Okay, we're getting these last meatballs out. Put them off to the side. I've cleared out all the onions. They've done their job. We're gonna dump all the grease out of here and get the meatballs back in with the barbecue sauce, and we'll get going. All right, we're gonna get our meatballs back in here. Still a hot pan. All right, now it's time to add the barbecue sauce. We're gonna use a little Cosmo Q Sweet Smoke. Nice sweet to go with the heat of the pepper jack and the pepper in Uncle Steve's shake. We use the whole bottle. And we're gonna add about a half a bottle of beer in there, just to help with the braising of it all. Well, you know I'm gonna try it, make sure it's okay. Add our lid back on. We're gonna pressure. We're gonna do it on high for 5 minutes. And that should get us where we wanna be. All right, so hit start. Actually make sure this is sealed up on top. Hit start. It's gonna come up to pressure and we'll do a quick release on it. We should be good. All right, y'all, we're at the cocktail portion of this video. So the first thing we're gonna do to make this Moscow Mule, we got a really cold copper cup. I'm sure Josh will put a link down below in Amazon for you for that. We're gonna squeeze half of a lime in there. All right, next we got ourselves some vodka here. Use any kind you like. We're gonna do a 1 ounce-ish pour. You can make it as strong or as weak as you want. Last thing, got some ginger beer. Pour the top. Just pour it over. Get that fizz right. Give it a little stir, just a gentle stir. You don't wanna disrupt that carbonation. Just wanna get it incorporated. Right. Get yourself a little lime wedge. Just that easy. Cheers. Cheers, y'all. Let's try this one. You know that's good. Get that with the meatballs. Happy New Year. All right, time is almost up. It's done. We're gonna do a quick release with my Minion release valve holder thingy. That's awesome. All right, once that releases, the red button goes down. We'll pull these out, start enjoying them. All right, our Minion guy did the trick. Let's check this out. Look at that. Looking good in there. All right, I'm gonna get these out onto the cutting board, the platter, whatever. Take a picture for the gram, and we'll call it a day. All right, y'all, we're done. Take the thumbnail, got the picture, all that good stuff. It's looking good, smelling good. You know that cocktail is the money right there. Moscow Mule, can't beat it. Last thing we're gonna do is try these meatballs. It's still hot, cheese kind of running out. That's all right, there's tons of flavor in these bad boys, I guarantee it. Guys, you know that's money in the bank right there. Give this one a try. I have the 8-quart Ninja Foodi. It could work with the 6.5 quart, the 5 quart, whatever. You could put a lot more in there. You just have to sear and saute in batches. But if you're having a decent size get together, which is not recommended, but if you do, you can fit a lot more meatballs in there. So definitely give this a try. The sweet from the barbecue sauce, the heat from that pepper jack in there, creamy, smooth, lots of textures in there. Give this one a try. With that, I'm gonna say Happy New Year. Thanks to Josh and Bethany for letting me take over their channel. Tune in next time. Josh should be back at the helm, bugging babe in the kitchen. It'd be a good one. All right, cheers, y'all. Thanks a lot.